Hi everybody, and welcome to my channel, Oracle of the Crows, Hip the Crow. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you to each and every one of you guys, whether you're a returning subscriber or a new subscriber. I am grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you give me along my journey. This video is for the star sign of Virgo. So first of all, I hope everybody had a safe and blessed holiday coming into the last month of 22, coming into the new year, into 2023. And it is also, we're going to tap into the full moon that we have in tropical Cancer and sidereal Gemini, depending on the astrology that you follow, and see how it is affecting you. And then we're going to pull, we're going to do a Celtic cross spread for the next 2 weeks, starting from January 6th, moving through to January 20th. And by then, we will be doing new moon readings. Alright, so for the next 2 weeks for the star sign of Virgo, whether you are a Virgo or intuitively guided to watch, welcome and thank you for viewing my videos. For Virgo, what's the full moon's energy look like for the Virgo collective? What's the full moon energy look like for the Virgo collective? Alright, so Virgo, you're releasing something. The full moon is revealing to you what you need to release, what you need to put an end to. It's the full moon in Scorpio, so Scorpio is highlighted in your chart, could be a north node. Virgo, so they're telling you it's time to release negativity. Why? Because you've learned this lesson. It's time to let it go. What they're doing is they're revealing things that keep coming back around to you. It's talking about back around. We have two things in retrograde. We have more than two, but we have Mars in retrograde and Mercury both in retrograde. And retro means back. So see how the Scorpion's tail is circling back around. So there could be something circling back around to you, so that you can complete it, put an end to it, so to speak, and come out. I feel like sort of a rebirth energy, come out the other side of the situation with a higher perspective, a higher wisdom about why you had to go through that. That's what I feel for you, Virgos. So for these next 2 weeks, because we have the full moon, which is called the wolf moon in January, we are doing animal messages for the next 2 weeks. For Virgo, the animal wants to come forward. We already see a scorpion coming through. So, but I feel like that has a lot to do with your moon. Okay, so you have the mouse spirit at number 40. Tend to the small things. A number 40. So 4s are about putting the work in. 4s are about stability. It's about, sometimes it's a hard journey, and sometimes we have to learn a lot, but it's all important to our journey. And I feel like that's why you got the mouse spirit coming in and telling you, tend to the small things. We are going to read a little bit about this mouse spirit for you, Virgo. The humble mouse pays attention to the smallest details. The mouse spirit calls on you, Virgo, to notice the nuances and the fine print at this time. In your eagerness to meet your goals and pursue your dreams, it is easy to forget the importance of clear communication and tending to all the little things, including people's subtle signs that they are unhappy, as well as the small voice inside of you that says, this doesn't feel right. Um, so And I feel like that's what they're telling you. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to how you feel. If it doesn't feel right, or again, somebody around you, see how that Scorpion's tail is coming back around you. So it could be related to another person who is a Scorpio. And maybe they're doing something and it's catching your attention and it doesn't sit right with you. Is there some detail or nuisance, I don't know how you want to call that, about how you engage others or operate in the world that is the key to your success, but you're too readily dismissed as nothing big or nothing special. Mouse Spirit reminds you that what seems small may be more important and powerful than you think. So look again. Do not underestimate yourself or your potential for co-creating something amazing when you pay attention to the details. So there is something that is very important that you need to pay attention to, and it's something that you may dismiss as not important, that is actually a very important situation, or a very, very important detail. So listen to your intuition, pay attention to that gut feeling, pay attention to the vibration. If it doesn't feel right, let it go, release it, end it, and move forward right here. See how the mouse is going the opposite direction? There's like no fear of even knowing that this Scorpion is behind it. Okay? So let's go ahead and move forward into your Celtic Cross spread using, this is the Animal Tarot cards, and we're going to use Science of Spirit Love Oracles by Mystic Moon Oracles. She's an amazing reader and card creator. If you don't know who she is, go check her out. Shout out to Angela for that. Good cards. Right. So let's go ahead, Virgos. After one more shuffle. Should be good, and we're going to cut them for you, Virgo. Alright, and then we're going to shuffle up these cards, Signs from Spirit, Love Oracles. Okay, one more shuffle I feel for you, Virgo, and you should be good. I do feel there could be something about timing as well coming in. Right. So let's go ahead and check on the underlying energy here. And we have unity. So Virgo, this may have something to do with a Taurus individual as well. We have Polar Bear. Embrace the time of deep spiritual growth. And here you are. You may feel called to act as a mentor, finding a teacher, or spend time with others who are also on your sacred path. And I feel like that's the detail that they want you, that's a small detail that you may overlook or maybe even perhaps underestimate. Like it said, say no biggie. But it is an important detail to your your spiritual journey, your spiritual growth. For some of you, I see how the mouse is heading right towards that polar bear. I feel like this is something you're about to step into. For some of you, you may be thinking about becoming ordained, be able to perform rituals and wedding ceremonies. I don't know where that came from. I feel like the Northern Lights, pay attention to the Northern Lights because there's something within that and they are happening. At least I think so. I'm pretty sure I've seen it on YouTube somewhere. Let's pull the underlining clarifier. Ooh, 555. Wisdom wake up call. It's time to move in a new direction. So there is a change, right? So if you take the 5 and you add it together, 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 5 is 15. You reduce it down to a 6 and a 4. It talks about, the 10 energy, completions, new beginnings. So I feel like you're going to see the light of some sort of situation around you. There is somebody definitely around you. I feel like this person is very subtle, but I feel like you pick up on it because I feel like you're very sensitive. Again, it could have something to do with a partnership, such as a romantic partnership. It could even be with a spiritual partnership as well. Somebody who you are spiritually connected to. Maybe I kind of feel this energy where you are connected on a physical level, like there, but spiritually, I feel like you two don't quite see eye to eye, and you're willing to accept that. And I feel like there's something in that it needs your attention, right? It needs your attention. It's trying to wake you up to something. And that's why it keeps coming back around to you. And I feel like it has, and I feel like this is the Mars and Mercury in retrograde. Venus, I'm pretty sure Venus rules Taurus, so you may want to pay attention to Venus as well. Oh, look. Yeah, look. 5, 5, 5, 5. Check that out. And if you take the 4 5s, that's 20. 24 adds up to a 6. That's balance. Alright, so let's keep going, Virgo. You got the Taurus, which is the Hierophant, which is a number 5, and then 5, 5, 5. So you're seeing synchronicities of 5. Absolutely. And it's that's what's catching your attention. Like, why am I still seeing this? Because it's time to change it. It's time to release it. It's time to end it. 5s are about changes, but these are changes that come with challenges. Alright, so let's go ahead and keep going. Present energy, circumstances, where you set net. Okay, 9 of Autumn. So the 9 of Autumn is good. So that tells me that you're standing very confident. You're standing very confident within yourself. Even perhaps spending time alone. If you look, the cat is napping. So, you're closing your eyes. You're going within, Virgo. So your success has brought you financial security and the reward of much deserved time off. To enjoy your own company, you may suddenly have a brilliant idea for a business or self-employment opportunity and will be very successful. So you're currently standing in that opportunity, and there is something that they are trying to get you to see. It's something minute, something that you could dismiss that could very well cause you to make either kind of take a misstep, is what I feel, like a misstep. So they're telling you to go within. right? Take that time off to enjoy who you are. Enjoy how far you have came, right? Enjoy how much you have grown. Enjoy all the wisdom that you have earned through this growth. Why you perhaps had to go through all this with the Scorpio energy. Scorpio rules the death card. The death card is about endings, completions, renewal, rebirth, right? So I feel like they want you to go within, because something that you are contemplating is definitely, I feel, divinely guided. And I feel like this is a perfect opportunity to plant that seed of success. So I do feel a lot of you are single. Um, okay, so clarify, yeah, forbidden. So you have a snake, but it says forbidden, but I don't always see the snake as a forbidden energy. Sometimes I see the snake as something good, because you know what snakes do? They shed layers. They shed the old skin, and that's exactly what the death card does. Sheds that old skin, that old layer. And then they leave that shell of that skin behind. Have you ever found a piece of snake skin or the shell? And I feel like that's what they're doing. They are pulling back that shell. You're shedding that old layer of you. You are tending to the little things and trusting your spiritual wisdom. You are going within and you are looking forward. And see how the snake is all entangled there? That could be perhaps other people around you who are trying to entangle you in perhaps some sort of a mess. So I feel like that's why the snake is coming through, and that's why I see it all entangled. But when you take that step back and you take some time away from that situation and you go within and you take the opportunity to see the light of the wisdom of like being able to read between the lines kind of situation, then there you are able to rise up out like that phoenix and move forward. All right, so what is challenging you? The 10 of summer. So it could be family members. It could be kids, your children, your siblings, your parents, close friends, people that you feel are your chosen family. It is time to express your love and appreciation for family, be it relatives or of chosen family or of close friends. Congratulations may be in order on a happy, fulfilling marriage, as well as raising happy, balanced children. So for some of you, you may be going from being single to planning a wedding and having the wedding in October or November. Anywhere from September to October, I would say. And you are going within and wondering, and that could be why you're tending to the little things, the little details. Let's clarify 10 of summer. Yeah, oh look at that, 222. Balance and partnerships. Pay attention to the people entering your life and take time to balance your time and energy on existing ones. So I feel like that's the message. Take your time to balance your time and energy with the people around you, such as your chosen family or literal siblings, children, husband, with the Hierophant card here, your husband, your wife, your children, your parents, your siblings. And when you need the break, make sure that you take the break, because sometimes it's a little hard to shed energy, right? Shed the negativity. Maybe you have some drama in your family. Wisdom wake up call, right? Pay attention to that. Pay attention to little things. So it's about paying attention to how you feel. If a situation is, if you're feeling the vibration doesn't feel right and you feel the need to take a break from the situation, from your family, and recharge, do it, because it is for your good. Um, and I feel like it's released the negativity because you're empath. And when you're empath, what you do is you soak up everybody else's energy that is around you, that is close to you. So you need to take that break and recharge. You need to separate yourself from sometimes being entangled in the mesh of the drama, because you kind of maybe have no choice. So you need to pay attention. If you start to get agitated, or you start to, just agitated, being triggered with the little things, with the people around you, that's a sign, right? That's a sign. You need time to recharge. You need time to shed the drama, the emotions. Tend to you, because your small self matters just as much as your big self. It's all part of your growth because of how sensitive you are. So you're going to see a lot of, or you're going to notice a lot of things. It's going to grab your attention, like, okay, well, this don't feel right. I'm not sure if I should go do this. So it is definitely pertaining to a partnership. Like I said, somebody you're married to, somebody you're living with, your children, your siblings, your parents, the people that you choose to hold close to you. Alright, so the root of the current situation is the Queen of Spring. So there is that drained energy. That's why you're choosing to separate yourself for a minute from the entangled mesh of your loved ones so that you can take that time to shed that energy. So with the Queen of Spring in reverse, this is somebody who is feeling drained of energy. So you have, so that you can multitask, such as be the wife or husband or the parent, or even take care of the family. Perhaps you are a caretaker, and you take care of people. Maybe that's your job, right? Maybe that's something that you do as a job or a career, and you carry all of that energy, all that emotion from the people that you take care of home with you. And then something triggers you at home, and boom. I feel like Spirit is telling you, pay attention to that. Pay attention to how you feel, because when you get to that point where because 555s often represent tower moments. When you hit that tower moment, ask yourself why you're feeling that. What happened? Or whose energy did I soak up? Where did that emotion come from? And then they want you to separate and then learn where your emotions end and somebody else's begins, because you're an emotional sponge is what I see here. You're an emotional sponge. You're very, very sensitive. Yeah, just like I said, you were very, very sensitive. And you need to recognize when you need to take a break, when you need to go within yourself, when you need to pamper yourself, when you need to shed, right? When you need to shed the entanglement of everybody else's energy with yours. And then rise up out of it. It's like a recharge, right? And it drains you. So I feel like you through the full moon energy, you are recognizing this. This is being reflected back to you. Why you could be so extra moody, or what is happening, why you are always triggered and on edge with your family members. Um, and that's why you are always tired, why you're always grumpy, agitated. Archangel Gabriel's funny. Hand you a Snickers bar. Did you ever see that commercial? You need a Snickers? Well, that's kind of like what I'm getting here. If anybody has television, I don't have television, but I remember the Snickers commercials, and that's what's coming to mind here. And that's what you need to pay attention to. So this is the recent past energy coming from 2022 into 2023 into the current moment. So yeah, look, at another card of balance. So coming into 2023, you are noticing, you are catching the details, you are noticing how you work with other people, or how you're noticing the little triggers. You are tending to it. You are paying attention to the small details, just like the mouse spirit says. By merging various points of view, you can generate an extraordinary new idea, which talks about the Nine of Autumn. Compromise with others and collaborate to discover a better solution, and that is exactly what you are doing. Balancing. Remember, you're being challenged these next 2 weeks to balance your partnerships. Any people, any chosen family people that you work with at a job. This could be talking about a career. It could be talking about your marriage. It could be talking about your siblings, your children, your parents, your close friends. And in the recent past, coming into 2022, you're seeing that, you're noticing that, you're getting that wisdom. And as I'm saying that, my left ear just started ringing, and look, 14 adds up to what? A 5. So look, the zebra, is it white with black stripes or black with white stripes? All right, so I feel like you are learning to compromise. You are seeing various points of view, but you know that you really need to go within yourself and trust where you're going. Trust not only in divine timing, but trust your intuition, and become aware that when the time is right, perhaps this marriage or this relationship will take the next level. So I feel for some of you, you definitely are making wedding plans, Virgo. For some of you, you are doing a wedding, you're planning your wedding, and you chose your date. Your date could be, or you could have got married on New Year's. Or you could be planning a wedding in 5 months. Like I said, September, October. You're planning a wedding. And you are taking a break from the stress of that plan. Right? And because it's stressing you out, and it's like to the point where you're snapping and you're biting the snake. You're like hissing, and you're ready to strike, right? You're ready to strike out because it's stressing you out. Take a break. You can do it tomorrow. But you are definitely, I feel you're planning a wedding. You are. You're planning your wedding. And it's draining you. And it's making you want to lash out, want to strike out, want to, sting, bite, the people around you. Beautiful energy. Oh, look at that. Look at the hummingbird. So you have a hummingbird coming in telling you they want you to Feel the sweetness of this planning, right? Feel the sweet nectar of this planning. And as I said about when I pulled this card, my left ear was ringing, and now we got the hummingbird. So I feel like for some of you, you're clairaudient. I feel like you're clairaudient. And I feel like you have a direct communication line to your angels. And I feel like when you get weighed down with all these emotions, what it does is it blocks that connection. And that's why you're seeing fives. Five. I mean, that's 1, 2, and 3 there. 5 fives. Virgo. So what are your thoughts about the situation? What are you thinking about? 2 of winter. Decisions, right? So you are worrying too much about the situation. And like I said, it's stressing you out. And they're telling you, you need to follow your own inner guidance. This is the dash hound dog. They're called the wiener dogs. They're so daggone cute. I love them. Anyways, I don't know why they wanted me to point that out. Maybe you have a wiener dog, and maybe you need to just go and hug and pay attention to that wiener dog. Maybe that wiener dog's energy may help to perhaps unclog this stress energy from you. So I feel like you are thinking about decisions. You could actually, somebody could have popped the question over New Year's to you, or you could have popped the question to somebody else. And now you're thinking about that. What should I do? Right? What should I do? And I feel like you've been contemplating this question for a while. For some of you. Yeah, because this is about divine timing. This is about the perfect alchemization of fire and water. We have Queen of Spring and the 10 of Cups, fire and water. The perfect alchemization, balance, healing. If you are torn between your own desires and someone else's. So I feel like that's exactly what you are doing. You are feeling torn between perhaps who to invite because you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Or should I accept this wedding proposal? I've been single for so long. Do I really want to entangle myself in being married? Is this truly what I desire? Is it? I kind of want to say it's all, we all get cold feet before we get married. And I feel like that's what it is, a classic case of cold feet. But I do see marriage. But you're coming into this week single. And you are deciding if you should accept this wedding proposal from this person. Well, with the Hierophant coming through here, this could be a divine partnership. Yeah. You feel punished because you're not sure. You are not sure if you should accept the proposal. And you're worried. You're worried about what your family will think. That's what I feel. You're worried about what your family will think if you marry this person because your family does not approve of them. That's what I see. And you are feeling punished. You're feeling torn because you really want to accept this. I feel like it was a very romantic. I feel like this person popped the question New Year's Eve, somewhere between Christmas and New Year's Eve. I feel like they did it in a very romantic way. I feel like it kind of caught your attention because I feel like you really did not expect it. But I feel like you're just torn, right? You're torn between what you want, and you want to marry this person, you want to have children with them, and what your family will think. Back and forth. And it's blocking you from making the decision. That's why you're seeing fives everywhere. It's like a tower mimic. It's time to let go of that stress, that worry. Because the only thing you're doing is giving your power. I kind of want to say, Virgo, what you're doing is you're giving your family, these loved ones, whether they're friends, family, it's people that you hold near and dear, your power. So you're being challenged with this wisdom. Pay attention. Right? Pay attention to little details. They're very, very important right now. Pay attention to your intuition. What's coming towards you? Ego. So we got Capricorn energy coming through here with the Siamese cat. You may feel you're trapped in your situation, but that's not true. Exactly. What's coming towards you is you do feel trapped. You feel trapped between caring about what your family will think and what you truly desire. Be careful not to overly focus upon material wealth and break free from negative thinking. And that's exactly where you are sitting at, this negative thinking. You are torn. And this negative thinking is punishing you. Right? It's making you sit and procrastinate. It's making you worry. So what's coming towards you is you are getting an opportunity to release this, to break free of this negativity. Capricorn energy here. Yeah, right? Break free of this indecision, this procrastination, this worry, this fear, this feeling punished and torn between what should I do. Right? Break free of that chain, the ego, and be that beautiful swan and move forward gracefully. How are you viewing yourself? Princess of Spring. So the Princess of Spring is the Page of Wands. Energetic, outgoing, optimistic, and creative. Monarch butterfly. See the crown? Something with your thoughts, that negative thinking, that negative thought pattern. Creative opportunities that you feel passionate about are fluttering your way. Personal growth and broadening horizons will speak fresh and original ideas. So, for some of you, you may not want to invite some of your family. And you may feel torn about, for those of you who are planning the wedding already, I feel like you may feel torn because you don't really want to hurt anybody's feelings, but you may not be able to afford perhaps a huge wedding, a huge ceremony. But I feel like you are preparing for your fairy tale wedding. So we have the monarch butterfly. So how you see yourself as trying to become optimistic. Try to stay optimistic and know that this is all for your spiritual growth. And that this spark that come back around is just a minute detail to the system, to the planning. Yeah. Right? So I feel like what you're doing is you are keeping your ideas hidden. You are not telling anybody your ideas. You are looking at the situation as you're just going to keep your mouth shut, and try to stay focused and balanced on the planning. Yeah, I feel like you're not giving away any of your ideas. You're not. For some of you, you may be considering eloping and just not even planning the wedding. For some of you, just going and doing it is what I feel. With the Princess of Spring, I feel like you're just not going to tell anybody and you're just going to go elope. And I feel like you're contemplating that because there could be some people that you just, like, maybe you don't get along, or they don't get along with your family, or you don't get along with their family, and you don't want to invite them, but you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. So therefore you're like, well, if I'm going to do this, maybe I should just elope. Then I don't have to mess with the entanglement of who to invite and how to plan the wedding. Hopes and fears. So there you are, Virgo, coming through as the Hermit. Take time for contemplation, to retreat and go within. Be a beacon for others on their path to spiritual enlightenment. So you are hoping that you're going to see the light of what direction to go in. See the butterfly? Remember, you had the monarch butterfly. You're seeing yourself, right? This is how you're seeing yourself, right? Is trying to get this fresh spark. See the light. There you are, sitting on that light, just looking around. So I feel like there you are, still in that single position. So you're definitely in contemplation, which we already seen in your head. Yeah, root chakra. That's why your eye is red. You're seeing, like, it's like you're seeing red, right? So they're telling you, you're hoping, right, that you can just go within and have the courage and the wisdom to see the light of the situation and not get angry, right? Not get angry, not get upset, not be in the energy of wanting to strike out. This is about going within and shedding that negative emotion and trusting the light within yourself to guide the way. Because I do feel there is some family members, or like I said, either your family members or their family members, somebody doesn't like somebody, and it's very draining. And I feel like it's very draining for you, Virgo. It's very draining for you. And I feel like what's draining is they upset you. And why do they upset you? Because I feel like they say some things. They say some things and it upsets you. It drains you. Because when we get upset, what happens is we put our energy into that anger. And then it ends up draining us like a firecracker. Goes pow, and then then what happens, right? And that's kind of what I feel. So you're hoping that you're gonna, this retreat of going within, especially coming in as the 9 of Pentacles, going within, taking time to go within yourself and see what it is that you truly desire, truly want. is going to show you the way, so to speak. The outcome, Five of Spring. So there it is, bumping the heads, man. Just like I said, there's a lot of bumping heads, a lot of friction. That's why you have the snake that comes out right here. A lot of striking back, a lot of friction, a lot of bumping heads, a lot of conflict, a lot of just a lot of drama. Occasionally you may experience clashes with others. If you decide the matter is worth the energy, then do what you can to minimize the conflict without sacrificing your goals and beliefs. And that goes back to hoping, right? You're hoping that nobody gets mad, right? You're hoping that nobody gets mad if they're left off the invite list. You're hoping that nobody gets mad if you two decide to go and elope. Right? So this is poison, right? This is poison for you. And it clings to you. Back to being an empath. It clings to you. This poison clings to you. It wraps around you like this poison ivy. And therefore, that's why you're being asked. You're feeling it, you're seeing it, and you're getting the wisdom of it. You're paying attention. It's catching your attention. So there could be somebody who's a bit codependent, and it could very well be this family member, or maybe even somebody whom is trying to sacrifice this relationship. This is what I feel. I mean, I do feel like that's why you're all in your head about it. You are all in your head about it. Because you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. You don't want to make anybody angry. You don't want to make anybody bump heads. You don't want to bump heads with anybody. You don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. You just want to let it go, right? You let it go. You're tired of it. You're tired of the striking. You're tired of the drama. You're tired of the anger. You're tired of the fights. Be it people striking out at you, you striking out at other people. Tired of being in that energy. So it's time to step out of it and take care of yourself, Virgo. It's time to step out of that situation and take care of yourself. Do what Virgo wants to do, not what everybody else wants to do. Do what makes Virgo happy, not what everybody else makes everybody else happy. Because you know what? What's going to happen is you're gonna bend and mold to somebody else's situation, and then guess what happens? You're stuck because you were never happy with it to begin with. And you're mad because you put yourself in that situation. So take yourself out. Take the time you need to go within and contemplate the whole situation. There is a lot of people around you. Their energy is clinging to you and it's draining you. And when you get drained, like I said, you want to lash out. So take that time to ground your energy. Take that time to pay attention to how you feel around these people. If they don't feel right, then let it go, right? Cut that poison, cut that ivy that they're clinging to. Don't get entangled, right? It's like I said with the snake energy, getting entangled with the drama. It's forbidden. Alright, so there you go. That's your 2 weeks reading for these next 2 weeks. So now we're going to pull some love messages for you, Virgo. And we're going to clarify with my Oracle of the Crows deck. This is another deck by Mystic Moon Oracles. Okay, so we have rendezvous coming through. Yeah, your family and friends do not approve of this person at all, Virgo. Yep, rose-colored glasses. You got a rose-colored glass. Somebody got rose-colored glasses on about the situation. Yeah. They feel that you need to take off them rose-colored glasses and raise your standards and put some boundaries up with this person. Because there is a sweetness there, but the humming of this rendezvous is why you're wearing these rose-colored glasses. So it makes perfect sense for some of you. It could, maybe the person's married, right? Maybe you're single and that person is married. And everybody around you knows that they're married, including you. But you're so schmoozed that you can't see clearly, right? You can't see clearly here. Worrying what other people will think. And you're torn, right? You had the belt with this. You're torn between should I or should not. So let's go ahead and clarify these 3 cards for you. This is definitely about a love interest, as to whether or not I feel like this person either wants to marry you or is already married, or pop the question and you're like contemplating that decision because you're caring too much about what other people will think, because they may not think that this person is good enough for you, and that's what I feel. They feel like this person is not good enough for you and you bump heads with them. So let's go ahead and clarify rendezvous, rose-colored glasses, and standards and boundaries for Virgo when it comes to love. Yeah, memories. No more. Level up. Alright, so I do feel you definitely are seeing the signs, right? This is the sign you've been looking for. Smile, be happy, so that you're very, very happy, right? Which makes you feel punished because you are torn between, okay, this person is somebody that I've truly been in love with, but you know, my peoples are not gonna, they're not gonna approve of it, and I don't know what I should do. We have a lot of memories here, right? A lot of memoriness, a lot of happiness. I've been dreaming about this. There's the rendezvous. You put that rendezvous up there. So I want to say that, again, do what Virgo wants to do, not what everybody else wants to do. This is Virgo's life. This isn't everybody else's life. Alright? It's not. So I do feel through 2023, I feel like you celebrated this. I feel like that's when they did this all kind of romantic proposal. And you were like, oh my goodness, this is like a dream come true. Now what is everybody going to think because they didn't approve of them, blah, 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 blah. You know, And I feel like with the Hierophant coming through and then a leveling up, this is a leveling up in this relationship, a leveling up on your spiritual journey. You've gained a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge through this situation. But it is time to let something go, right? It's time to let something go and have the courage to go within and find out what that is. And just keep your mouth quiet. Don't try to bump heads with anybody or rock any boats. Just take the space that you need to contemplate that decision. And then follow the light within, because it's going to guide you. Okay, it's going to guide you. Absolutely. All right, so let's pull one final card for you, Virgo. This is a crystal card that you are recommended to carry with you. Look at that, the crow. The crow. Larimar, omens of change, keeper of law, and cooperation. Spirit of Crow, help me talk and walk in truth, adapt to changes in my life, and work in cooperation with others. Thank you, Aho. And that's what you're having a problem with. Right. So, no more bad memories, no more anger, letting go of all that, right? Shedding it. That's what you're shedding. The anger, the memories of the anger. And having the courage to cooperate with this person. Raise your standards, set some boundaries with people who don't approve of it, because again, Virgo, this is your life. This isn't theirs. So there's definitely some wisdom to be gained. Thank you for watching, Virgos. Have a great 2 weeks.